The University of Illinois is where curiosity drives impact. In LAS, bold thinking doesn't just inspire learning, it powers everything the college does, across disciplines and across communities. LAS turns big questions into breakthrough discoveries, driving change in science, society, and the ideas that shape our future. The College of Liberal Arts
looked good. He's looked good the last couple of days. So like any injury, it just continues to heal and improve, and especially when you're as young as these guys are.
To Washington, start with Steinbach, somebody who double-double he's averaging, a freshman who does seem like he is a lot older and more mature than that label would indicate. What stands out about him on film?
You said it, his maturity, his poise, his pace. He's also very physical, but he's got a good touch. He's got kind of an in-between game. They've tried to expand his game, playing him, guarding, defending perimeter guys, shooting more threes. So they've done a nice job expanding his game, but more than anything else, just you can tell he's played high-level basketball for a number of years.
You talked to us on Monday on the radio show about how this Washington, maybe with some of the injuries and the absences, have been able to streamline. They might have multiple guys back in this game. You won't know until you're getting ready for tip-off. How does that impact how you try to distill information to your club?
Well, if they take a guy out of the lineup to put a guy in, they're taking out a guy that's very similar in talent and ability. So we just got to know the tendencies, but Diallo is playing really well with their rotation and being shortened like it has. It's actually helped those guys, kind of like our team last year. But Bryson Tucker's a good example. If he's really found his way of helping the team, and same thing with Diallo and Big Kepnang up front. So they've got unique pieces. They're not as deep as they've been, but they're very, very capable.
Always appreciate it, Dusty. Good luck.
Thank you, Brian.
Here's Dusty May. Wolverines getting ready for a matchup in Seattle. Wolverines and Huskies here from Alaska Airlines Arena. Much more to do here as we get you ready. Terry's Keys to Victory, the starting lineups and the opening jump come up next as you listen to Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Gambling can be fun.
Here we go.
Kind of like skydiving. The thrill, the excitement. But be careful, or gambling will start to feel like skydiving without a parachute. For tips that will help keep you out of harm's way, go to don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Have a gambling problem? Call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Greenleaf Trust, we're prepared to help you win. Our clients, having achieved financial success in their own endeavors, come to us not for what they already know, but rather to benefit from our considerable expertise. With a nearly 100% client retention rate and specialized wealth management disciplines, Greenleaf Trust's team helps clients play the long game, from one generation to the next. A brighter future begins at greenleaftrust.com.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
I can't believe we blew a 5-touchdown lead.
Sure, but you got to feel like they were going to win for almost the entire game.
But I was about to buy playoff tickets.
So you were prepared for a good time. That's pretty nice.
It's the worst loss any team has ever had.
And you got to witness history.
Okay, we're done here.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Michigan getting set for the Washington Huskies. It's a sold-out Alaska Airlines Arena for the Wolverines, first of two in the Pacific Northwest. Terry Mills, how does the maize and blue come out of here with a win in front of, it's a sold-out crowd, but there's a lot of Michigan fans here as well. What are your keys to victory?
Yeah, number one, defensively, Michigan's got to have that 10X communication on defense. They'll need to set that defense and turn that defense to be able to get out and make their offense run. They've got an elite defensive team, and they need to be on display with that here today. Number two, on the offensive end, they got to keep that ball popping, get that assist count up. Play to your strength. Michigan's strength is getting that ball inside, finishing around the rim. They are elite at doing that, and they need to do more of that here today. And last but not least is take control of the controllables, and the controllables are don't turn the basketball over. Self-inflicted turnovers. Do not give up offensive rebounds. Washington's a team that sends 5 players to the glass at all times. If Michigan can get clean rebounds, they can get out and run and get some easy buckets in transition.
Huskies are a team that certainly rebounded well to start the year, have been a little bit lagging. They've been outboarded their last 4 games. And in terms of Terry's mention of taking care of the basketball, Michigan committed 5 turnovers in the final 5:19 of the first half, which was part of the reason why a 31-17 lead for Michigan over Wisconsin went to just a 1-point lead at the half, a 20-7 Badgers run. Let's give you the starting lineups first for the home team here tonight. The Washington Huskies, 10-6 overall, 2-3 in the Big Ten. This is the second time they're using their 9th different starting lineup in 17 games. The point guard is Zoom Diallo, full name Vazumina. He's a sophomore and one of 2 returners for the Huskies last year, was second on the team with 11 points and 3 assists a ball game. Joined by Kimari Peterson, a 5th-year senior from Gary, Indiana, leads the team with 36 triples, pretty clearly their best outside shooter on the team. Inside, the Indiana transfer Bryson Tucker starts at the 3 spot. Hannes Steinbach, one of the best players in the country, 9th in points in the Big Ten, 4th nationally in rebounds. He is 2nd in the Big Ten with 9 double-doubles. And Frank Kepnong, the 6th-year grad student, he's playing in his career high at Washington's 17th game of the season. Head coach in his 2nd year is Danny Sprinkle, had a year at Utah State and 4 at his alma mater, Montana State, before this his 2nd at Washington. For the Wolverines of Michigan, 4th in the AP poll, 3rd in the coaches poll, 14-1 for the overall mark, 4-1 in the league. The starting 5 you've become accustomed to. Elliot Cadeau will start at point guard for Michigan, tied a career high with 19 points against the Badgers, all of them coming in the first 8.5 minutes of the second half. Damari Burnett, as we talked about with him on the pregame show, he's 3 points shy of 1,000 for his career. And the big 3, Yaxel Lendeborg, Morez Johnson Jr., and Adai Mara. Mara and Johnson 1st and 3rd in the league in blocks. Frank Kepnog is 2nd. Michigan led by head coach Dusty May, good friends with Danny Sprinkle. He also in his 2nd season at his current spot. Michigan 41-11 at U of M, 167-80 overall. Assistants Mike Boynton Jr., Akeem Miskadeen, Justin Joyner, Kyle Church, and our pregame guest, Drew Williamson. Officials, Vern Harris, Amy Bonner, and the man who will jump it up, Thomas Nunez, with the national champ, Terry Mills, our engineer, Tony Butler, and our host, Rob Joyce. I'm Brian Bush. It's Michigan, a late night. We appreciate you sticking with us here, just shy of 11 o'clock Eastern. It's a late one even for the folks here in Seattle, but a fun atmosphere and a great opportunity for the Maize and Blue.
Yes, it is, and the Wolverines are ready to go. I'd say when you lose a game the way Michigan lost against Wisconsin, you can't wait to get that taste out of your mouth. So I expect the Wolverines to come out and play like their hair is on fire.
Wolverines in the Maize jersey, tops and bottoms, Michigan in blue across the chest, number on the lower half of that jersey front, and on the back underneath the arched nameplate. Huskies with the Dogs After Dark look here for this crowd. They've got their black jerseys, dogs in white, curved on the front. Kepnong and Mara going at it here at the center circle. 6'11 for Kepnong, 7'3 for Mara. Mara had to shuffle 180 degrees. He was looking the wrong way. Now, on the very bottom of the flip, Kepnong back taps it, and the Huskies start with a basketball. Working from right to left on our vantage point. Left to right if you're following along on television. As Tucker has it over to the left wing to Peterson. Shot fake, drives Big Ten logo, stops there. Flip it over Tucker. High to the right side now, Peterson. With 8 on the timer, deposits Diallo. Skip inside, Steinbach. Flip over to the left wing. Peterson tries a 3 over Johnson. Too strong. Back tap, offensive rebound by Steinbach. All in one motion. Flips it up. Yes, off glass. Count it and a foul. An outstanding athletic move from the freshman Hannes Steinbach, and he makes it 2-0 with the Huskies having a chance to go to the line.
Yeah, boy, you see the way this crowd came to life. I talk about it all the time. You just cannot give up offensive rebounds. And don't let that be the trend here starting this game off.
Steinbach, after getting fouled by Damari Burnett at the free throw line where he shoots it at 77%, knocks it down, and it's 3-0 Dogs. Wolverines into the forecourt for their first offensive possession, coming off their first loss of the season by 3 to Wisconsin on Saturday. Left wing Lendeborg examines and gives to Cadeau around a meaty Johnson screen. Flip it left wing Mara back to Lendeborg. Shot clock at 12. Considers a three. Takes a left wing three. Misses it strong. And Steinbach rips down the Washington board. Huskies with the basketball in the lead. 3-0. Almost a minute in first half here at Alaska Airlines Arena. Michigan's first trip to Seattle for basketball in more than 3 decades. Diallo requesting a screen that never comes. Straight on line drive three, front iron out. This time Johnson jumps up there and controls a man-sized Michigan rebound.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you call a man-sized rebound, going up and grabbing it with 2 hands.
Cadeau flip it over to the right side. Burnett pops up a three for 1,000. Misses it off the heel, and an offensive board for Lendeborg. Back to Cadeau. Sizes up his defender Peterson. Shimmies to the right elbow. Crosses over left wing. Shot rejected out of bounds by Kimari Peterson. And Michigan inbounds baseline left after just the 3rd block of the year for the 6'1" Kimari Peterson.
Yeah, you can see that Washington Huskies are playing with a whole lot of energy right now, but doesn't take much to make that energy go away.
Alley-oop deflected out of the hands of Mara. Johnson came down with it. He loses it. Peterson saves it near sideline. Tucker gallops right to left, has Mara on him in transition, pulls up for a left point three, high off the heel, and Johnson again with a determined carom for Michigan. Wolverines down 3-0, 18-10 left first half. Left wing, a Lendeborg three off the right side of the rim. Steinbach boards for the Huskies. Michigan an early 0 for 4 start.
Yeah, I think Michigan is settling on the offensive end right now.
Diallo leans in, air ball on a little floater from 5 feet away, and Lendeborg allows it to trickle out of bounds. So Michigan gets it back. Huskies 1 of 4 to start.
Yeah, those shots that Michigan are getting on the offensive end, they can get any time. I mean, you got to play inside out.
17:53 to play here in the first half. Washington the 3-0 lead on the Steinbach and one. Cadeau in between the circles for the maize-clad Wolverines. Left side, Lendeborg. Now left corner, it's Cadeau. Mara considers a tough pass, then a handoff to Cadeau, almost stolen by Washington. Lendeborg saves it along the center line. Cadeau angles his way left wing, bullet pass, jumping catch, Burnett. All in one motion, flings it inside, low block right. Mara hooks and scores. Heck of an effort there for 2, and Michigan's on the board, down a point.
Yeah, I tell you, Michigan is playing with a calmness about them. I mean, just because the team gets up a couple points, there's no need to panic.
Kepnog, whip it left side. Steinbach tries 3 and misses it off the front iron. Johnson, another rebound, already 3. Boy, he auto-corrected quickly after that offensive board he gave up. Lendeborg drives in, and Kepnog spikes it down on a Lendeborg twirling left block layup attempt. That was a volleyball spike like you'd see over at the beach volleyball court that they have here about a half mile from this arena.
Yeah, I thought the Yaks got a little bit indecisive on what he wanted to actually do there. Tried to flip it up at the end.
Cadeau quarterbacks it in for Michigan. Chucks it up left side. Here's Burnett. Heaves a left wing three. In and out. Still without that final 3 points for 1,000 in this Burnett's 124th collegiate game. Washington has the rebound. Diallo lobs it up. Kepnog, and it's intercepted, and a foul called on Damari Burnett. Nope, they're going to say it's on Roddy. Excuse me. They're going to say it's an offensive foul on Kepnog, beg your pardon. It's Michigan's basketball. So Wolverines basketball here, down 3-2, 16:49 to play first half. Adai Mara exits, and Roddy Gales Jr. summoned for Michigan off the bench.
Yeah, the offense is just a little stagnant, but one thing I can say about Michigan is they're invested down here on the defensive end. I mean, usually when you're struggling shooting the basketball, you don't just allow teams to just run the score up on you.
Kepnog does leave with that early foul. J.J. Mandaquit comes in for Washington. Left side, Lendeborg pop-up three. This one off to the left. Rebound, bobbled around, and Mandaquit comes down with it. Former teammate of Morez Johnson Jr. at the FIBA Under-19 World Cup over the summer. Steinbach free throw line, one dribble, flutters one up there. Misses it off to the right. Rebound, Michigan. Up ahead, Gale. High right-handed bounce. Euros in the lane. Double clutch floater goes, and Michigan has its first lead at 4-3. 16-16 left first half. Determined take from Roddy.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Roddy gets downhill in a hurry, and he gives this team a whole different look when he comes in off the bench.
Mandaquit lobs it right wing. Steinbach, handoff Mandaquit around a Steinbach screen at the right point. 4 minutes in, 4-3 Michigan. Steinbach over to the left side. Tucker, skip it left corner. Diallo tries three over a jumping Lendeborg. Too much on it. Rebound secured by Cadeau after a couple of tips. Up ahead, Gale. Left to right come the Wolverines. Gale, same thing. Floats, misses, but got fouled. And Roddy Gale should be going to the free throw line after the foul by Washington, and indeed he is. So the Wolverines have Gale at 2 free throws when we come back after the Bryson Tucker foul. 4-3 Wolverines, 15:48 left first half on this, the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
People can't have access to quality medical care without affordable health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross, we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.
Michigan basketball plays here.
Jets his way with 3, straight on with 2, leans in, scoops. Oh!
Yes, sir!
The Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Bring in the new year with great offers from your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Right now, check out the 2025 Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend, which comes standard with 5 available GOAT modes. Easy Plan customers who trade in their current vehicle can lease a 2025 Bronco Sport Big Bend for $319 a month for 36 months, with $1,939 cash due at signing. Payment includes waived security deposit, excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all buyers will qualify for low-mileage Ford Credit Red Carpet lease. Payment includes $1,000 open trade assist and $750 ICI alternative cash. Offers are only valid on package 200A. Take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by February 2nd. See dealer for qualifications and details. Start the new year off in a new SUV and lease a Bronco Sport Big Bend for $319 a month for 36 months. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first.
The early lead here in Seattle on the Washington Huskies. Ryan, Terry, Tony, Rob with you. Late on a Wednesday night back home. As the official property restoration partner of Michigan Athletics, Belfort Property Restoration is celebrating and honoring first responders and members of the armed forces in our community. You can nominate someone at mgoblue.com/hero. Terry, your thoughts on a bit of an offensively sloppy first 4+ minutes, but Michigan has the lead.
Yeah, sloppy, but on the defensive end, Michigan is showing that they're an elite defensive team by not giving up 2-point field goals. I mean, talking about 5 of their 7 shots, Washington's shots, came from the 3-point line, so Michigan's doing a good job at protecting that paint.
Washington's had a fascinating season, a lot of injuries to deal with. 8 different Huskies have missed 45 total games so far this season. They do have Jacob Ognasovic, the ASUN Player of the Year last year at Lipscomb, active for the first time this season. Haven't seen him yet. And Desmond Claude, the 4th-year senior and the USC transfer, he did not play against Ohio State on Sunday, though that wasn't injury-related. It was something that has perturbed second-year head coach Danny Sprinkle, because when asked about him, he said, quote, he'll be on the team when Michigan comes to town. Roddy Gale at the free throw line knocks down the first, and it's 5-3 Michigan. But they've missed Lathan Somerville, the impressive-looking now sophomore who played well at Rutgers last year. He's been out for the last 5 games. Matty Traore, he's been out all season with an off-season injury. Gale makes both. 6-3 Michigan, 15:48 to play first half. They've got Wesley Yates III, who was listed questionable, out there for the first time for the Huskies. Diallo with the basketball, Mandequit, Steinbach, and Peterson, the other 4 on the floor. Mandequit high to the right side against Cadeau defensively. To Diallo, then a tap pass intercepted by Johnson, intended for Steinbach. Pivots in the lane, Euros, floats, and got the friendly roll. Oh, Rez has been a monster early on today. Wolverines on an 8-0 surge. They lead by 5.
And I'll tell you what, you don't expect a big guy to get out there and put his arm out there in the lane, but tell you what, Rez can do it all.
Michigan 8, Huskies 3. Right wing, Mandequit around a Steinbach screen, considers a 3, dribbles around, has to pause because of a fumbling of his dribble, to Peterson with the timer at 8. Nothing going on the inside. Peterson head of the key, in trouble with 4, lobs it up left side. Yates drives left baseline, heaves up a prayer left baseline. Shot clock was reset even though the ball was a foot past the rim, and Michigan got the board anyways. Gale looks for Lendeborg underneath. Lendeborg bobbles, couldn't corral. A tough catch. Diallo intercepts it for Washington. Huskies with possession. Michigan the 8-3 lead, 14:37 remaining first half. Mandequit curls into the free throw line area, over to Yates, gets away with a dribble and then double dribbles it, no doubt about it. He jumped up, then bounced the basketball on the floor. He would have had his three-point attempt blocked, and there were no Huskies there to save him. Turnover, UW.
Yeah, I mean, that's on the playground. We call that ups and downs or whatever you want to call it, but tell you what, you got to be able to blow that whistle on that.
14:30 on a halted first half clock. Michigan an 8-3 lead, and LJ Kaysen for the first time. Also, Adai Mara checks back in. Now some communication and frustration as LJ Kaysen never checked in at the scorer's table. LJ taps it and is all good. So it's Kaysen, Burnett, Mara, Gale, and Johnson on the floor as Lendeborg and Cadeau get their first respites. Left side, Johnson over to Gale. Curls around to Mara head. Skip inside, Johnson went for the jam. Hard block by Steinbach. A lot of contact. It does go as a swat. Washington the ball. Steinbach jumping past right wing. Awkward Yates 3 is high off the heel. And there's another rebound for Morez Johnson Jr., his 5th already. Michigan the ball up 5. Johnson to Gale. Flip it in. Mara laid it up and in. Count it in a foul. Even Dusty did a little and one motion as Michigan scored 10 in a row for the 27th time on the year. One more coming at the line for Mara.
Yeah, I tell you, Roddy Gale has an extra step, a pep in his step. And, you know, you talked about that loss to Wisconsin. If I had to say any player that took it real hard, it was Roddy. And I don't know if he kind of felt like that last shot he took was the reason that they didn't win that ball game, but I tell you what, he took it hard and he's showing it here today.
Yeah, most certainly it wasn't just that.
Yes.
He was 4 of 10 in that ball game, 9 points. Offensively, he had a tough night. Defensively against the Badgers, he played really well, and he's come out with that intensity Dusty May wanted from everybody. Mara at the line, 42%er, in and out on the and one attempt, but an offensive tap rebound to Johnson, his 6th. We're only 6 minutes in. Wolverines in front 10-3. Kaysen wheels into the paint. Pivots at the Big Ten logo. Over to Mara, high block left. Shot clock at 9. Spins left baseline. Fades away. Barely grazes back rim. Boarded by Bryson Tucker for the Dogs. Right to left comes Washington. Michigan in front 10-3. 13:39 remaining first half. In this Big Ten clash in Seattle. High to the left side, Mandequit jogs to the right wing, gets a Steinbach screen, skip it to Steinbach, flutters one up there, nowhere close, rebound Mara, and the Huskies haven't scored in 6 minutes. Michigan with the possession up 7, Gale high to the right side. Looking for a Mara hedge, gets it, lob it up Mara, catches low block right, one strong dribble, bobbles, regathers, banked it up and in over Kepnong. 12 straight for Michigan, they're up 9.
Yeah, I tell you, the Huskies are probably trying to figure out where we're going to score and how we're going to score, because talking about that elite defense.
The only score was the and one off the offensive rebound by Steinbach early on. Steinbach left corner, left alone, charges and slams, halting a 6.5-minute Husky scoring drought. 12-5 Wolverines. You can't leave one of the best freshmen in the country alone like that.
Well, you got to come out of those double teams, if you will. Michigan is kind of hedging out but staying at home on that pick and roll action. Got to be able to rotate.
Mara at the circle, left side Kaysen, splits 2, has a triple team, flip it right side, here's Gale, a 3, thuds off the back rim, Kepnong boxes out Mara and comes up with a Washington rebound. Mandequit into the forecourt here for Washington. Center circle, Mandequit around a hedge from Kepnong all the way out there. To Yates, left side, skip pass right corner, barely got to Tucker before a Gale deflection would have ended that possession. Tucker over to the right baseline, fades away and knocks it down for Washington. So a 4-0 counter punch, 12-7, Michigan 8 minutes in. Damari trudges in, deflected pass gets to Gale, low block right, whistle and a foul called by Amy Bonner as she whistles Mandequit for the first infraction of his game and the fourth on the Dogs. Timeout on the floor with 11:56 to play first half. Michigan controlling a rock fight early on in Seattle. 12-7 U of M on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Daily 3 and 4 players know their numbers, forward and backward. And this month, that's how they're celebrating.
Hooray! Hip hip!
Because it's Daily 3 and Daily 4 straight back bonus days.
Dog diggity hot!
Just play your favorite Daily 3 and 4 numbers as usual, midday or evening. And if your straight bet matches in reverse order, you can win up to a $1,000 bonus.
Bye-bye!
But only for a limited time. The Daily 3 and 4.
Or 4 and 3!
Straight back bonus. Only from the Michigan Lottery.
You mean the Lottery, Michigan.
Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
This Michigan season is all about teamwork, on and off the court. That's why we're thrilled to have Founders Brewing Company as a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. Founders has been brewing up high-quality, highly rated beers like Michigan Pilsner, their hazy IPA Mortal Bloom, and of course All-Day IPA right here in Michigan for over 25 years. Celebrate every three-pointer and slam dunk with the perfect pour of Founders. Learn more about Founders and where to find your go-to game day beer at foundersbrewing.com.
If you haven't listened to the Defend the Block podcast, here's what you've been missing.
With Will Cheddar, I think that's what our team really needs to be focused on, that 1-0 mentality. Obviously, everyone's aware of what everyone's saying. It's kind of inevitable. If you have a cell phone, you know what's going on. But being able to kind of block that out.
Defend the Block, covering Michigan basketball all year long on MGO Blue Podcasts. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Nothing says home like Aunt Millie's. Whether it's in your cupboard, at your local Meijer, or even at Chrysler Center. From pregame breakfast, tailgate sliders, or postgame victory food, Aunt Millie's is baking memories from their family to yours. Pick up all your Aunt Millie's favorites at your local store, or grab a hot dog or hamburger at Chrysler Center to see what we're all about. Aunt Millie's, closer to home.
Wolverines with a 12-7 lead here at Washington, 11:56 to play. Here in the first half, Michigan fans choose chill. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. To crack one open and take a sip, Coors Light, where the mountains go blue. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado beer. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification as you listen to Michigan basketball from Learfield. Back here in Seattle, Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Tony Butler, and Rob Joyce. How about the box score from Morez Johnson Jr. so far, Terry? 2 points, but 6 rebounds in 8 minutes.
Yeah, I tell you, when you talk about him being an elite rebounder, he rebounds out of his area. He doesn't rebound, let rebounds come to him. He goes and gets them. So he has a nose for the basketball. And tell you what, that's been a big difference in this 5-point lead by the Wolverines.
His first break of the night as Will Cheddar checks in. Inbound to him, left point, a three, barely grazes front iron. Rebound down to Bryson Tucker here for the Dogs. First time Nikola Japina